術式順天青
Hello everyone, my name is Troy and welcome to Maximum Output Training. Welcome to Deload Week. So this is a little surprise that I kind of wanted to work on anyways, but we're going to just go through a little bit of my Deload Week, especially on Max Effort Day. And today's day's variation, we're going to do a Swiss bar, the arch bar Swiss bar. So as you can see, it has a little camber in it. And we're just going to work up to a top set of 1. Usually on my Deload Max Effort days, I try to go for like something out of the ordinary. Sometimes it's a feet up. Sometimes it's a top set of 5 or a top set of 3, especially on bench. I don't want to really push it. But since I haven't done arch bar in a little bit, we'll be doing arch bar. So let's work up to a top set of 1 and see what we get. So far, my top set, especially at this body weight, I'm not really doing all-time PRs because I was almost 200 pounds when I hit those heavier weights. So as of right now, 165 pounds. Last time I hit 225 pounds on the arch bar with the middle grip. So this one here is what we'll be using. So let's see what we get. If I go any further, if I use the third grip, it gets a little awkward on my pec and my shoulder. And if I go too close in, it's just more triceps. So this one, middle grip feels the strongest and the most comfortable. So let's work with that. Let's do it. Let's warm up. I did my other warm-ups, but let's warm up and see what we can do. Ow. God, this is so awkward every time I try to warm up with this frickin' bar. I always forget this bar is like 25 pounds, so it throws off all my warm-up type sets, especially if I use like a straight bar like my power bar, which is 45 pounds, 20 kilos, if you don't use freedom units. So we're gonna go how I normally warm up, and then we'll just kind of play it by ear, just because it is 25 pounds. So I'll just warm up how I normally warm up, and then just kind of figure out how I'll do my top set. Let's do it. All right, 75 pounds. It's gonna be easy. Just focus on form technique. Really trying to focus on exploding out of the bottom. But just warm up. We'll see. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh God. Ugh.
I swim in your ocean. I drown in your rain.
All right, 115, I believe. So far, so good. We won't find out till how I really feel between 185 and 205 pounds. I have a feeling I'm going to smoke 225, so I'm kind of guessing we'll get around 230, 235. We'll see what happens. But I somehow got like 8 hours of sleep last night, so that's pretty exciting. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with my sleep. I just can't figure it out. All I did was not take melatonin for 2 days. So maybe it's my body adapting to melatonin, but I don't know. I'll just take out melatonin for the time being. Whatever, 115, let's do this. All right, 165. As you can see, started wrapping up, belting up. I know, I'm weak. It's all good. Let's just do what we can. 165, probably go for 3 to 5 reps. And then after this set, all my warm-ups or leading up to my top set will be singles.
The missing part is all I need. I'm like a time bomb, a convict fighting to.
Well, I forgot to turn on my mic for the previous clip, but I'll still include it anyways because this is my first time doing this, but it is what it is. Fuck it. Anyways, 235, this will probably be my top set for a single. If you're doing deload, I highly recommend to not do this type of stuff to try to max out in PR, but this is just what I do. Let's do it. 235, arch bar, middle grip. Let's get it done. Woo.
And everybody singing la 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 la. And now the bells are ringing la la la.
Oh. Well, that moves pretty well, in my opinion. Pretty smooth. But that's already a 10-pound PR in a way. I'm going to call it there because I think I have a little bit more in the tank, but I'm not trying to overdo it and really kill myself in a way. I'll take that W, that 10-pound W, and I'll save it for like a nice dynamic effort day, probably in the next couple months. But yeah, that was pretty smooth. I think I could have paused a little bit longer, but something to work on. I haven't done this variation in a very long time. I've only been doing it for top set of ones, so not enough practice. That's especially what the dynamic effort day is, kind of practice the movement, form, and technique. So I'll probably put it on a dynamic effort day, practice form, technique, pausing a lot more, and really getting that nice stretch in the chest, so that also builds muscle, which will help, I hope, build strength for my bench. But 235, nice little W. Now we're on to accessories. Okay, hit that top set, 235, arch bar. Now I move on to accessories. So it is a deload week. So right now, the first half of the week, I do 50% of my sets and reps. Keep intensity the same as what I did last week. So last week I did a 5x5 with 160 pounds on closest grip for this barbell accessory. This week I'm keeping it at 160, but I'm doing a 3x3 instead of the 5x5. So I'm not going to go into super, I don't want to say super in depth. I'm just not going to show all my sets because it's just going to be the same thing over and over again. So first set, 3x3, closest grip with feet up. Feet up just to take my leg drive out of it and really focus on upper body. So let's do it. Every time I do a camber type bar, whether it's a buffalo bar or the arch bar, anytime I do like a back off set with a straight bar and go back to it, it feels like the bar is cambered this way. It feels like I'm bending the bar like this and it comes down. I don't know. If you've ever experienced that, let me know, because I hope I'm not the only one. I feel like I'm crazy. But the weight does feel a lot lighter after I do cambered stuff. So I don't know if it's my body weirdly adapting to it, but after I go from this cambered to a straight bar, it should feel like a straight bar normally would, but it feels like I'm pressing like this, like I'm using the camber the other way. I don't know, it just feels weird, or I'm just crazy. But 160, moving well, 3x3. Now we're on to the other two sets, and then I'll probably show you a little bit of my other bodybuilding accessories, and I'll call it for the day. But we'll see how it goes. All right, barbell accessories done. Move on to the bodybuilding stuff. So like I said, cutting all my stuff in half except for intensity. I just kept it like last week. So I did 3 sets of 12 on dumbbell flat press last week. This week we're doing 2 sets of 6, still keeping at 65 pounds. And then I'll just kind of run through my accessories pretty quick so you have an idea of what I do. But like I said in the end of era, all my accessories pretty much stay the same. Maybe weights and reps kind of go up, and then I just kind of change it up as I go if they get stale, or I'm just really bored of it, or I'm just not having fun with it. So let's do this. Dumbbell press, sets of 6. Set number 2, because the first clip, apparently my mic wasn't on. So that's always fun. Luckily, I'm doing this little test video type thing on a deload week. Oops, I got 7. That's all right. Whatever. I got 7. As long as I'm not doing like 4 sets of 7, then it just kind of like defeats the purpose of a deload. But now we're on to pull-ups. We'll do some pull-ups. Man, this angle is going to be so weird, but I only have so much space in this basement. But yeah. All right, we're going to do pull-ups. Keeping sets of 2. I got 9 reps to finish off my block. So we're going to go down to about 4 to 5 reps. Focus on form and technique, and try not to rush the reps Rush the reps, rush the reps. I can speak, I'm also keeping this in the video, but all right, whatever, let's do it. I like the middle grip, so roughly just a little outside shoulder width. It's not super duper wide, just because in the summer, I either strained or I pulled or I tore something in my forearm bicep area when I was doing wide grip, neutral grip. And I've been just like very cautious of that since. So I haven't done any neutral pull-ups in a very long time. Also, I only have access to a straight bar, but just trying to destroy my body before I turn 30, even though that is in a couple days as of Saturday, April. Also, if you're wondering, these are not Versa grips because I refuse to pay over $100 for straps. So I got these from AliExpress for like $10. They're knockoff Versa grips, but they get the job done. They feel weird to use, probably because they're super loose on the wrist, but it doesn't like cut my circulation off like normal straps would. So I don't know. For $10, I can't complain. While my straps there are like $20. But now we're on to the next exercise. It's gonna be one arm rows, and I probably won't show that because that's gonna take too long. So I'll see you in the next exercise after that. All right, back, shoulders, lateral raises, finished. Now we're gonna finish off with some arms, 2 triceps, 1 bicep. We're gonna do some barbell skull crushers, and then some curls, and then we're gonna finish off with some dips. Probably won't show all of that, so let's just jump right into the barbell skull crushers, sets of 10 at 50 pounds. I know, it's pretty weak, but my elbows always take a beating, especially when you do high reps, high volume. Woo! All right, I think I'll call it there because no one really cares about arm training, in my opinion. I just think it's really boring. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys like this style of video. I just think it's a little bit better than the training vlog and the voiceover. This is kind of a little bit more intimate or personal, whatever you want to call it. So I'll catch you guys next week. Who knows what the next training day will be like, but this is kind of like what I do for a deload week. I kind of do a top set and then do accessories and then do half, 50% of everything pretty much. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hello to new subscribers. Appreciate the love. And I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.